I need it. Hello everybody, we are already back with more Mandalorian and Grogu Hot Toys news. Now we have a load to get through, so I'm very excited, as you could probably tell by the intro. We got a driver, we got an ATRT, another one, and we got snow troopers. But let's start with the troopers. Now this is looking absolutely glorious. The change up of the shore trooper, the tank driver, and obviously the snow trooper to blend it all into like one piece of design language is a glorious choice by Star Wars, I'm not gonna lie. I may be glazing this figure more than the white polish on top of this figure, but I will say it's looking spicy. Now, what I love with the Disney era of Stormtroopers is that they mix and match. One, it makes the remnants feel more put together. But two, it expands the design language of the troopers. So having a short trooper in white, one, we now finally get to see what that looks like. It's not just like the incredible beigey cream colour. That sounds a bit weird, I'm not going to lie. But now seeing it in white to match the snow troopers and just the stormtroopers in general, glorious. I love how the short troopers look, so seeing more of that helmet in action is beautiful. And the fact we're going to get that in the Mandalorian and Grogu, spicy. But also this just adds to your Imperial collection if you have one. Now we see in these photos we've got more snow troopers. And I think they did already announce the snow trooper earlier. At the very least we do have photos of them. And I do like the ripped off like cloth piece on the faceplate. I do like how that looks, but I am quite a sucker for the original. So if I was to pick one up, I would have the one with the original. But this weathering look for the Remnant snow trooper is incredible. They've got like this flocking texture, it's weathered. It's not just pristine white. He is looking spicy. And next to an Imperial ATRT walker, ooh, it's the design language. It's speaking to me, all the flowing cloth. This is a really, really fun looking trooper. And it's going to look great either in your Imperial collection. It's going to look great on its own. Or if you have a Mandalorian collection, having this guy fight him is incredible. Now we get a load of accessories. We get a load of hands. We get a load of fun stuff. And I think this is worth it for admission. But if you need more convincing, they've used this like flocking texture design pattern thing, which I think they're going to use to update further snow troopers. It's all good news. And there's actually a lot of hand selection for this. Hot Toys sometimes don't give you many hands when it comes to troopers. Justin's collection would probably say he'd want more, which is perfectly understandable. But now, Mando on the ATRT, and I have to say, this is stunning. Now, the walk is going to be pretty expensive. It's going to be pretty pricey. But I have to say, this is really beautiful. How many times have I said I have to say this? I do have to say this. There's a gun to my head. And this is glorious. And I love how weathered this thing looks. This looks so mechanical. It looks so crunchy. The paint's incredible. It feels like a lived piece of artwork. And it's movable. It's articulate. The way the ATRTs are designed, though, I don't know how long those joints are going to last. I don't know how weak they are. I have a few in the 3.75 inch line from way back in the day. Obviously, very different price points, very different figures, but like the same design thing. And those joints are like jelly now. So keep that in mind. It's extremely top heavy, but this thing's got to have some crunchy joints. We're probably even talking like metal joints just to keep a figure up on top of it. But the fact that you can articulate its legs, you can change it, means that if you don't have a super long display base, if you don't have a super vertical one, you can still display them. Now prices. So don't look at the one piece thing there. But we can see $480 for the entire ensemble. That's honestly not awful for the amount of plastic and metal you're getting. But I can see a lot of people missing out on this one. Vehicles are expensive. Not many people find to have so much space for vehicles. But also not many people need vehicles. People just want the troopers. So if you just want the trooper, he is pretty cheap. In pounds, in Queen's English, £182. Not bad at all. I think that's about $280. That's... I don't know freedom units. I don't know freedom. But I have to say, the entire ensemble, even if you're going to use the ATRT on its own, if you're going to use it with Mando, if you're going to use it with Driver, I think it's a beautiful look. You could probably put a Scout Trooper on it if you've got your own, if you want to buy it separately, if you want to buy multiple. There's different options. And it's I'm not going to say it's consumer friendly, this is expensive, but what people want to see is Mando, and putting Mando next to it is just glorious. This, I think, is a peak display design choice. You could put the pram next to him, but obviously they teased the snowtroopers earlier, and I love how these snowtroopers look. But this ATRT is stunning. I don't know if it's going to have any light up features. I'm assuming not, because they're not showing it in the promo photos. That's okay. For how much you're paying, you'd probably want some light up features like on the display, on the heads up display. But hey ho, we can't ask for everything in life, can we now? This is extremely off topic, but the new promo photos are so cinematic and I'm loving it. The blogger photos are beautiful. The cool vibes to it, matching with Mando, matching with this ice planet that we're going to see. I think it's such a stunning little bit of sauce to sell us with it. So sometimes some of the troopers struggle with articulation, but because of how much fabric are on these figures, the ATRT driver, there's a lot of fabric here. There doesn't seem to be too much pleather. I think you're going to be able to move this bad boy a lot. Now, obviously, he needs to be in a sitting pose to sit on the ATRT to begin with. So we know from an admission, his lower legs are going to be super articulate. But this, it looks like this entire body looks like you can throw this bad boy about and it's going to look great. Now, we can already see that the Mandalorian can also do the same, which is really fun. It was a bit of a hassle to get the Durasteel Mandalorian on the blurg in terms of making it look a bit more natural. I don't think we're going to have any issues here. There's so much fabric on this guy, which means you can leave him in poses as well, which is going to be so good. But I just love the weathering effects on the white armor. It stands out so like really nicely. It's going to pop on your shelf. Now, will it look weird next to your pristine stormtroopers? Potentially, but if you've got like the artillery stormtrooper, like I do, because I love how that looks. I wish I got the flame trooper. Or if you just want him next to Mando as like cannon fodder, as your fodder troopers, as the God intended. This is perfect. I really do want this ATRT. I love them from the Clone Wars, and the fact we get to see more of them. For me, the Clone Wars kind of like piqued my interest with this vehicle. Like I said, I had so many figures of it as when I was a kiddo, and this is spiking my nostalgia in a very heavy way. So when I saw the photos, I got very excited, and I do want figures of this. But sweet Mother Mary, this is a massive price point. These are expensive figures to begin with, so I might just have to stick with the ATRT driver. I love the Short Trooper, seeing it in all white with some Snow Trooper getup, with some tank driver. I love the blending of all the Stormtrooper variations. I want to see more of that. When we saw it in Mandalorian Season 2, with the Mud Trooper and the tank driver blended together, I thought that was beautiful. And I hope we see more type of design language like that, because I think that's peak Star Wars to me. Like in terms of costume design, in terms of suit design, I love the mix and match. And the fact, I imagine that Hot Toys also love this mix and match, because it's not a lot of new parts. It's just new textures, new weathering, all that fun stuff. So that's where the R&D budget's going, and you can tell. Now, you can see below that, we have the Snow Trooper without the cloth plate. I think that's a really interesting look. It's probably not my favorite. I really do prefer the cloth mouthpiece over the top. So I can't remember if that is an extra helmet you get with a Snow Trooper, or if it's just a separate figure entirely. We're gonna have to see, or we maybe have seen and I've just completely missed it and forgot it. But the ensemble altogether, like all the troopers put together, is such a beautiful look, and it's selling my brain quite nicely. Now, I don't know how these are going to sell. I don't know if these are going to be peg warmers. I don't know if these are going to be on the Sideshow daily deals at some point. Regardless, I will put links to where I found these, Instagram links, Sideshow links, all down below, because that's where I usually buy my stuff from. So if you just want to have a look at more interesting blog photos, you can do that way. But this has clearly spiked my interest, and it's kind of everything that I want. It's got crunchy weathering effects. It's got metally bits. It's the rule of cool. And this look, I can't wait to see in live action. Even if we only see him get shot in like one frame, this ATRT driver looks incredible, and I need more of it in my life. And I hope we see more of this weathering effect on other stormtroopers and like this flocking, because it looks fun. It looks gritty. It looks real. I want this skin in Battlefront 2. I love it. So I need more of it. So, Hot Toys, waiter, give me more, please. Now, you gotta let me know your thoughts. Are you picking this up? Are you excited for the Mandalorian and Grogu? Or are you just waiting for the next Star Wars thing, even though it's the first Star Wars film in 7 years? But with all that being said, God rest my wallet. Rest in peace. And sweet Mother Mary, God help you if you're buying these as well, because this is an expensive endeavor. Otherwise, though, I will see you all later. Subscribe, all that nonsense. No doubt we've got more Mandalorian news coming soon.